Hey guys, I hope everyone is doing okay today. So today I managed to complete the Lana quest and honestly it was a little bit difficult. However, in this video I'm going to be telling you guys everything that I wish someone told me in their YouTube video or tutorial on this quest. With that said, you guys, I did go above and beyond and I created a tip sheet for you guys, or a cheat sheet, whatever you want to call it, and you will be able to obtain it somewhere in this video because I am going to be showing you guys screenshots of it. Now, the 3-part Lana quest is honestly quite complex for those who are not a fan of quests, for example me. However, it is so worth doing for the free items that you will receive. So about the free items that you'll receive this dress with 4 different toggles. So obviously you have the dress with a slit, but then you have 2 different skirt toggles, and then you have the same dress just without the belt. The next item you'll receive is this birdie cage with different toggles to have the crevice sitting on your finger or your shoulder, or have it as a cage. You will also get this shield right here with 2 different toggles, so you can have it on default or on the side. And you will also get this kaiden, I think I'm pronouncing it correctly, garment, which is only for the male body type. First piece of advice I want to give you guys is not to do this alone or with just one person like a friend. I personally recommend that you're doing these quests in a public server where everyone is able to participate. First of all, you guys, you'll be able to get through a bit faster, and if you don't know the location of something, it is very likely that someone else will find it, either because they already know where it is or because they just came across it. Additionally, guys, in some parts of the quest, like for example Lana's childhood home where the 2-headed monster is, if you play alone, the monster will only target you. However, if you're in a public server, it will target everyone, so it is likely that it will ignore you because there's other players walking around in the house. So that is the first thing I would recommend that you do. However, to find Lana's home, all you have to do is you want to follow these white flowers that are on the ground, and these flowers will direct you straight to Lana's childhood home, where you'll be able to find 6 items to get onto part 2 of the quest. So during this part of the quest, you can only hold onto 1 item at the time. So when you find something, you have to go to Lana's room, which is upstairs, but don't worry, the monster can't get you when you're upstairs, as far as I'm aware. However, guys, there is one negative, and that is that some players may either be trolling or they're just simply confused and discombobulated about what to do, and they may be holding onto some items, which may delay with you guys getting all the items that you need to move on to the next part of this quest. And so I would highly encourage you to let players know in the server not to hold onto any items, but instead ask them what key they have or what item they have and where to put them. So with that said, you guys, here's the first part of the cheat sheet I want to show you guys. It contains all of the keys that you need to collect and where they are and where you have to go to use the keys. So for instance, you guys, the blue key is outside in the barn on the top of the ladder, and that key will open the storage room instead of the parents' bedroom, which will contain a camera as well. And then when you have this camera, you want to put it inside of Lana's little suitcase. And then whilst you're inside of Lana's room, there is a pink key that you can get, and that will unlock the laundry room downstairs containing a paint palette. Again, when you get the paint palette, you want to take it to Lana's room right away into her suitcase. You can't hold on to more than 1 item. Then we have the purple key, which is for the parents' room, which is upstairs directly next to Lana's room, and that will unlock the garage, which is outside the house, so you'll be away from the monster, and you will get a teddy bear which is under the wooden planks. This one is a little bit difficult to find, however, it is under the wooden planks. Then you have the orange key, which is inside of the kitchen corner near plants, and it will open the bathroom downstairs containing a nail file. Then you have the red key, which is inside a cooking pot inside of the kitchen, and that will unlock the basement, which is outside, so once again you're away from the monster, and it will contain a journal. And then lastly, we have the green key, which is inside some soil on the plants, which is inside of the living room in the corner, and that will unlock the attic, which is upstairs in the parents' room, and that will have a tales book that you want to give to Lana. However, guys, if you're ever confused on where these places are, like for example the bathroom, laundry room, etc., when you have a key, it will be color coded, and each door is color coded as well. So let's say that you have the orange key, you basically want to go downstairs and look for the door that has a little orange block next to it on the ground. So after you have found all of the 6 items that belong to Lana, you will have a cut screen which will teleport you to the next quest, which is the hospital. Personally, this is the hardest quest in my opinion. However, I did manage to do it alone without anyone's help, so I am confident that you guys are more than capable of doing it alone too. but once again, I highly recommend doing it with other players in a public server. However guys, the principle of this quest is you have to find 6 parts of a map that was ripped apart. Parts of the map are going to be all around the hospital, and I am going to be showing you guys the locations of them in just a second. Now, 2 things that is really important that you guys note down is that there's going to be a nurse that will follow you guys around. So you can avoid her by hiding in these wardrobes when you see her eyes slowly fading into your screen. And second of all, you guys, do not step on anything that is on the ground, so that includes the glass and books and trays. When you do, it will alert the nurse that you are near and she will run into you. If she does run into you, you will have to restart. However, it doesn't mean that you will have to completely restart the entire quest. You will have a few lives left, but if you completely die, that is okay. You can go into part 2 of this quest without having to complete part 1 because you have already completed that. The first 2 pieces of the map are going to be located on the ground/first floor, which is in the cafeteria at the very end of the room. It'll be on the table and it is going to be glowing red. And then there is one in room 3. And once you have found these 2 locations, you can move onto the second floor, which will contain 4 different locations. So the third location is in the poopy throne, aka the bathroom, and it will be in the very last stall. The fourth location is in the recreational room, which will be next to the rainbow. And the last location is inside of Nurse Julie's office, and the last piece of the map is on her desk. Now, when you collect it, the nurse will grab you again, and it may seem like you have done it wrong, but you haven't, I promise you. You will later on notice that red smoke will appear, and what you want to do is you basically want to follow this red smoke to this red door, which is the exit. When you enter it, you will have to do a chase and basically run away from the nurse whilst trying to avoid being slow, otherwise she will grab you and you will have to do hospital quest all over again. In my opinion, this is the easiest part of the quest, but basically my best advice for this is to not use your sprint completely. The sprint is your avatar running, so if you hold shift on your keyboard, you will run. Instead, I would recommend using it halfway and then again when it is recharged, but you basically just want to be following the red smoke until the very end. You will know that you have reached the end when your avatar no longer runs, and you will notice the nurse trips over. So the next part of the quest are the catacombs, which is a maze. However, it is honestly a very easy quest, but instead it is slightly time consuming if you don't know the tips that I'm about to give you. So this is basically a maze, like I said, but it tells you where you're meant to go and which direction you're meant to go by giving you guys 2 different hints. So the first hint that it will give you is you should see gold sparkles appear on your screen in the direction that you're meant to go. If you see them, that means that you're going in the right direction. The second way that it gives you the direction isn't actually visible on all devices. However, there is a very tiny and faint red line on the ground, which if you follow it, you'll be able to go and finish the maze. However, like I said, it is not available on all devices because if your brightness is all the way down, or if you are on a PC and the sunshine on your monitor, you may not be able to see it. So instead, I recommend covering your windows like I had to do for this tutorial, or turn your brightness all the way up and you'll be able to see this red line. You will end up seeing that I eventually ended up seeing the red line because the sunshine did hide away for a little bit. However, I will have me completing the maze on the screen right now just in case you guys want to follow it, in case the sparkles aren't helping you or you don't see the faint line. Additionally guys, I would highly recommend jumping over every single obstacle that there is, as some will take your heart away, like the scythe one, as there is a string, and I didn't actually notice that there's a string, but there is. Also, I'd recommend jumping over the spikes when they go down as well, just to be extra safe. And once you reach the end, you will see a new map, and that is where the boss battle is going to happen. However, don't freak out, it is honestly so simple and easy in my opinion. So now you are at the final part, which is in my opinion also the easiest part of this quest and also quite fun. You can do it alone, so if you made it out alone, that is okay, or you will be teleported to the boss battle. What you will want to do is you want to approach this side and hit the fake Lanas that will walk out of the red smoke. Now for this part, when you notice the stones are appearing from the ground, make sure you step on it as the ground is about to flood. Now, whenever there's like red lines or red dots on the ground, you want to avoid them by stepping on a larger area without them, because very big stones are gonna appear from the ground and they will take your heart away. This is the part that a lot of people get confused about. However, after Lena will spawn, she will try to chase you. You don't want to fight her with your staff, that will do nothing. You simply want to walk away from her as she's not fast honestly, or you can press shift to run away from her to be extra sure that she doesn't touch you. There is also going to be a part where Lena is going to start releasing these like black circles, so what you want to do is step on these stones which are on the edges of the map, and this will just ensure that the black venom or whatever it is won't touch you. When she turns red, that's when you want to use your scythe to fight her by spamming your mouse. So the bar at the top will represent her health, and you want to get her health bar to be completely grey. However, if you failed the first time and you notice that her health bar isn't completely grey, it is still slightly red, that is okay. You will just have to go through the obstacles all over again, and as you guys have just seen, I didn't complete it for the first time with this person, so we had to do the obstacle course all over again. Now after you kill the boss, aka Lena, I recommend waiting till the game automatically teleports you to Dress to Impress just to ensure that you get all the free items. So these were the tips that I wish someone told me when I was trying to complete this Lana quest for the first time. Let me know down below if you have completed this quest or if you haven't yet and need some help. But besides you guys, I'm wishing you guys the best of luck, but I will see you in my next video.